Welcome to this pregnancy yoga class prepared for you by Naive, Delight Yoga and myself. My name is Kasia, teaching prenatal yoga and hypnobirthing. I'm a mother of two. Lily's 4.5, Miko 1.5, so yeah, lots of fun. Can also easily relate, I guess, still to the journey that you're on. My own practice is Ashtanga practice, and the reason why I'm telling all of it to you is because in my classes I mix all of it. So it will be a prenatal yoga class, but towards the end we'll do some breathing, some relaxation from hypnobirthing. I like to include in my sequence that strong connection between breath and movement, because that's a great distraction for you during labor. The breath which we are using in Ashtanga Vinyasa classes, the Ujjayi breath, is a beautiful breath for you when you're pregnant as well. So feel free to use it throughout the whole practice. Just remember not to use the bandhas then. So no squeezing of the belly, being gentle to your pelvic floor muscles. So for the rest, when it comes to practicalities, it would be great if you have already prepared for this class one blanket and you place it in the middle of the mat. So when we are on hands and knees, you have it under your knees, so you have a bit of cushioning there. If you have a pillow to sit on a little bit higher, it doesn't have to be a meditation pillow, any pillow will do, in a way that the knees are below the hips. So this way you make yourself a favor to avoid the lower back pain when you keep the spine straight with relaxed shoulders without a lot of effort, and help your baby to rotate in the most optimal position for birth. So worth it. If you have at home one block, I like to use it with some of the poses, and if you don't have a block, then you can always use a book or a box filled with something. And that long bolster I only use for Shavasana, which you can very easily replace with a breastfeeding pillow or a pregnancy sleeping pillow or any big pillow really. And for the rest, one thing I also like to mention during my classes is about the relaxing hormone. So the hormone which we have throughout the whole pregnancy, we have it for a reason, so that during labor everything opens up when it needs to open, so it's a good thing. But when we are pregnant, it works on all the joints, on the whole body. So we may get a little bit more loose, more flexible. If you find yourself that you can suddenly touch those toes, which you are not used to, step back a little. We don't want to overstretch any joints, so keep it at the limits that you are used to. And one other thing that practice is for you that you can use it throughout the whole pregnancy. After week 14, so that when everything nicely settles and you probably also have more energy for it, but till the very, very end, as long as it feels good. If at any moment something feels uncomfortable, just step back to the previous pose. So I always build it up, and there's always a place for you to go back to, so you can fully enjoy and take the benefit of it as well. We're going to start in a sitting position, in a way that you can sit a little bit higher. Then it's always best if you can sit on a pillow. This way the knees are below the hips, and once you are here, then it's always easier to keep the spine straight with relaxed shoulders. You can place your hands on your knees, on your thighs, or interlace fingers around the navel, closing your eyes or having soft gaze in front of you. And use this moment to check in with yourself. So see how you feel, how your body feels. See how's your mind, your thoughts. And see how's your breath. So don't try to change anything yet, just observe. Observing your body, observing your mind, observing your breath. Now start making your breath equal, using the same count on the inhalation and on the exhalation. And remember the quality of your breath right now. So if anything becomes challenging, whether it's here on the mat or maybe off the mat, you can always come back to your breath. Following it with every inhale, following it with every exhale. Placing your whole attention on your breath. Now still with your eyes closed, start circling your neck. Making slow circles. Exploring how your body feels today. Waking up the body. Now make sure that you also go the other direction. And this time synchronize the movement with your breath. So you go up with the inhale and down with the exhale. And the next time you come to your right side, stay here a little, bringing the right hand on top of your head. So you can intensify a stretch a little bit here. One more breath here. Now exhale, release, going to the left side, bringing the left hand on top of your head. So you can intensify a stretch a little bit here as well. One more breath here. Now exhale, release, going back to center, gently open your eyes. And with the next inhalation, bring your arms all the way up, look towards the palms. Then when you exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart. And again, inhale, bring your arms all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart. One more, inhale up. And this time when you exhale, open to the right side for a gentle open twist here. One more breath here. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. And exhale, open to the left side. One more breath here. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart. All right. So I'm going to move you now to all fours. If you're sitting on a pillow like me, you can put it away. Bringing the knees together, placing the knees on top of the blanket, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, finding straight spine, so without overdoing it down or up, just finding this neutral position of the spine. And in this position, start with moving your pelvis. So making slow circles, exploring how your body feels today. If you feel like there's any tension or any sensation like you want to stay a little bit longer in one of the sides, then absolutely go for it. Make sure that you also go the other direction. You can also play with a figure of 8. So as if you draw a figure of 8 with your tailbone on the mat. So anything that helps you release, open up. And remembering this pose for your labor. So it's not only helping us to deal with any sensations we may be feeling during labor, but it's also helping us to bring the baby into the most optimal position for birth. Good. Now if you want to stretch your legs a bit more, you can come to downward dog, then tuck your toes under. Coming to downward dog, and maybe walk this downward dog rather than staying in it. So you feel the stretch on the back of your legs, helps us to avoid the cramps. Then with the next exhalation, bringing the knees together again. Back on all fours, back in this neutral position again. We'll do something which is very nice for the lower back. So you start with looking towards your belly. And then when you exhale, you bring your hips down. As far as the belly allows you, the knees are okay, the hips are okay. Then with the next inhalation, you bend your elbows and you roll yourself up again. So exhale, look towards your belly, round your spine, bring your hips down. Then inhale, bend your elbows, come up again. Exhale, look towards your belly, bring your hips down. Inhale up, last one. Exhale, look towards your belly, bring your hips down. And inhale up. Good. Now from here, if you bring one foot behind you, keeping the foot on the mat. And when you're here, push the heel away from yourself. So you give yourself a stretch on the back of your leg again. One more breath here. Now with the next exhale, bringing that knee down to the mat and inhale, go on the other side. And again, pushing the heel away from yourself. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Good. Now you can repeat the previous one with the foot on the mat. if it feels okay, see whether you can bring the leg up. And if you bring the leg up, so don't do it higher than the hips. Just as high as the hips or a little bit below, looking down towards the mat. So we are building up to strengthen the lower back. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Then with the next inhalation, see how it feels on the other side. One more breath here. And exhale, release again. Good. Now you can repeat one of the previous two. So either with the foot on the mat, the leg up. If it feels okay, see whether you can add the opposite arm, reaching in front of you, looking down towards the mat. So this is where we are strengthening the lower back to avoid the lower back issues. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Good. Now let's see how it feels on the other side. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Very good. Now if you bring one leg parallel to the short side of the mat, stretching the other leg, it's easier when you do it on the long side of the mat. One hand goes on the mat and you reach with the other arm all the way in front of you. You look towards your palm. Now once you're here, start with circling that arm. Following it with your gaze, if your neck is okay. Making sure that you also go the other direction. Synchronizing the movement with your breath. So up with the inhale, down with the exhale. One more breath, one more circle. And next time you exhale, bringing the hand back on the mat, back on all fours. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So now the other leg parallel to the short side of the mat. One hand on the mat, stretching with the other arm all the way in front of you. You look towards the palm. And once you're here, start with circling that arm. Following it with your gaze, if your neck is okay. Making sure that you go the other direction. Synchronizing the movement with your breath. So up with the inhale, down with the exhale. One more breath, one more circle. And next time you exhale, bringing the hand back on the mat, back on all fours. Now if you bring the elbows all the way down to the mat, for a moment, resting your head all the way down as well, giving yourself a moment of break. Remembering this pose not only as a resting pose here during your yoga class, but also during labor. If things become a little bit much, and you feel like you need a moment to breathe, to break, you can use this gentle inversion. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Good. Then with the next inhalation, push yourself back to all fours. And then from all fours, we're going to come to standing. So if you tuck your toes under, then walk your hands towards you and using the momentum, push yourself all the way up. Rolling yourself all the way up. Head the last one. Coming to standing. Good. Now bringing the hands on top of your waist. Feet hips apart, loose on your knees. Making little circles with your pelvis here. Now bring your hands all the way up. First with interlaced fingers. So give yourself a nice stretch here. And then by pulling the hands to each side, so you also feel the stretch on the side of your body. And then interlacing fingers behind your back and opening your chest, like you can breathe again. Then releasing your hands, being again in this feet hips apart, loose on your knees pose. We're going to move a little bit with the breath. So with the next inhalation, bend your knees and bring your arms all the way up. Then when you exhale, go all the way down slowly. Then inhale, look up and lengthen. Bring the hands on top of your knees. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, bend your knees again. Bring your arms up. And back to standing. Good, let's do it again. So inhale, bend your knees. Bring your arms up. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Hands on your knees. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, bend your knees again, bring your arms up and back to standing. Good, last one. Inhale, bend your knees, bring your arms up. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen, hands on your knees. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, bend your knees. Again, bring your arms up, and this time stay here, adding some movement. So when you exhale, bring the hands behind you. Inhale up again. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Inhale up, last one. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Inhale up, and back to standing. Good. Shake it all off. Now if you had blanket on the mat like me, you can put it away. Placing yourself in a bit of a wider step. Eventually we'll come to the warrior pose. Now what you have to know about pregnant warrior, differently. So before pregnancy, we always wanted to have feet in the same line. Now you forget about it. So when we are pregnant, we want to keep the pelvis as straight as it can be. So feet are hips apart, as if there is a tram track between your feet. Starting with that wider step, straight legs. With the next inhalation, bring your arms all the way up. Then when you exhale, bend your knee, lower your arms. So just a step if you have to. And again, inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Then exhale, bend your knee, lower your arms. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Now with the next exhalation, rest your elbow on top of your knee. Reach with the other arm all the way in front of you. Look towards your palm. One more breath here. Then with the next inhalation, come all the way up. Keep that knee bent and open to the other side for the reverse warrior. One more breath here. And inhale, come up. Good. Now if you find the block next to you for Trikonasana, and for this one, if you don't have a block, you can also rest your hand on part of your leg. So either below or above your knee, so not to push on the knee. One hand goes all the way down, and then you open with the other arm, reaching all the way towards the ceiling. You look towards the ceiling as well. One more breath here. Then exhale, look down towards the mat. And with the next inhalation, come all the way up, holding that block in your hand. Then opening to the long side of the mat, feet are parallel, you place the block in front of you, resting your hands on top of it, and now start with bending your legs from left to right. You can either go on your breath, so you exhale, you go down, and inhale, come up. Or you just stay a little bit longer on one of the sides. Maybe one side is more open than the other. So exploring a little bit how it feels today. Good. Then finding a moment of stillness, resting the whole body on this block. So you can completely release your lower back. Releasing your head all the way down. If your neck is okay, so you can feel the stretch on the back of your neck as well. And in a moment, we're going to add some movement, which helps us to ease the lower back. So you keep one hand on the block, and you open with the other arm, reaching all the way towards the ceiling. And you stay here for a breath. Then with the next exhalation, you bring that hand down, swap hands, and inhale, go on the other side. And also here, staying here for breath. Then exhale down, swap hands, inhale up again. Exhale down, swap hands, inhale up. Exhale down, last round. Swap hands, inhale up. Exhale down, swap hands, inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Now placing the block away from yourself. And slowly, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Head the last one. Then tiptoe the feet together again. Coming back to standing, we're going to do something similar on the other side. So now finding again this wide step with feet hips apart, straight legs. With the next inhalation, bring your arms all the way up. And then when you exhale, bend your knee, lower your arms. Adjust the step if you have to. And again, inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Then exhale, bend your knee, lower your arms. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Now when you exhale, resting your elbow on top of your knee, reaching with the other arm all the way in front of you, look towards your palm. And now with the next inhalation, come all the way up. Keep that knee bent and open to the other side for the reverse warrior. One more breath here. And inhale, come up. Good. Now finding the block for Trikonasana, or either again using the part of your leg. So one hand goes all the way down, and you open with the other arm, reaching, looking all the way towards the ceiling. Good. One more breath here. Then exhale, look down towards the mat, put the block away, and this time roll yourself all the way up. Head the last one, then opening to the long side of the mat. The toes are sticking out and you lower yourself down for the goddess pose. But we're gonna add some movement here. So if you bring the hands in front of your chest, now when you exhale, push the hands away from yourself. Then inhale, circle them back. Exhale, push, a bit like swimming. Inhale, circle them back. Last one, exhale, push. Inhale back. Now bringing the hands in front of your chest and pressing the hands against each other. One more breath here. Then inhale, come up. Tiptoe the feet together again. And shake it all off. Very good. Not the most favorite pose, but the good one for us. All right, now coming to the back of your mat. So you can already place the blanket in the middle, so that once we are on hands and knees, you can also land nicely with your knees on top of the blanket. We will move first with breath a little bit, similar as we did before, but without bending the knees. Yeah, so the next inhalation, bring your arms all the way up. And then when you exhale, go all the way down slowly. And inhale, look up and lengthen, hands on your knees. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of your chest. Good, one more. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen, hands on your knees. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, come all the way up again. And exhale, bring the hands in front of your chest. Good. Now coming safely all the way down to all fours. First walking your hands on your legs, then placing the hands on the mat. Knees touching the mat at the same time, placing them on the blanket. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Start with stretching your hands a little bit here. You can either do it on your breath, so you exhale, you go down and inhale, come up, or you just stay a little bit longer on one of the sides. And also go diagonal, so placing the hand the opposite direction. So you feel the stretch on the side of your body. And you feel like if you feel like a shoulder stretch, you can also place one hand under the other shoulder. And then your shoulder and the head go all the way down to the mat. Sometimes it feels more comfortable if you place a pillow or a blanket under your head or under your shoulder. Feeling a nice release around the shoulder, release around lower back as well. And then next time you inhale, push yourself back to all fours. Then exhaling, see how it feels on the other side. Whether you stay all the way down on the mat or maybe using pillow or blanket as cushioning. Good, one more breath here. Then inhale, push yourself back to all fours again. From here we're gonna come to sitting. So if you bring the knees together, placing the hips on the side, coming to sitting. Using the pillow, so you can sit a little bit higher. In a way that the knees are below the hips again. Finding straight spine, relaxed shoulders. I'm gonna do a breathing practice, which is a very nice one for us, not only when we are pregnant, but it's when we are pregnant we may find it most helpful. So it's anytime you feel anxious or a little bit all over the place, you have trouble sleeping or having a headache. So yeah, you don't have to be pregnant to feel all of it, but kind of comes more often when we are pregnant. It's called Shavasana. It's alternate nostril breathing, where you use the thumb and the ring finger from the right hand to close and open the nostrils. And then the left hand is under the right elbow, so you don't fall on one of the sides. If at any moment, whether it's today or any other day, you feel that your nose is blocked, which is very common just because we are pregnant, unfortunately, then do it at least for one round in this way as well, because you can actually help yourself to unlock your nose. If it really doesn't work, then you place the hands on your knees in a way that one hand is facing up and the other one down. And then you turn them up and down when I'm guiding you with that breath, going from left to right, placing your whole attention on this breath. So that already does the trick. Yeah? All right, so let's prepare. So bringing the hand in a mudra with the thumb and ring finger, left hand under your right elbow. You can have your eyes closed or soft gaze in front of you. And we're gonna do a couple of breaths together first. So wherever you are now, exhale fully. Then inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now, close the right, inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Last round. Inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Now release your hands. Close your eyes or keep your eyes closed. Come back to your natural breath. And stay here for a couple of breaths in silence. Alright, so I'm gonna set you up for Shavasana, for the final relaxation. And for all of you who are before week 25, you can do your normal Shavasana. So if you like lying flat on the back, then absolutely go for it. If you're after week 25, we don't want to lie flat anymore on the back. And that's because there's a vein on the right side, which with a growing belly, we kind of can squash it, and then you can get dizzy and there's no fun about it. So what you can do, you can go on your side, and I'll show you a pose that saved my sleep when I was pregnant with Nico, with my second one. You can use that small pillow to use it under your head, And then this long bolster, which if you are home, you can easily replace it with a breastfeeding pillow or pregnancy sleeping pillow or any other big pillow really you can use in front here. So the leg which is on the mat, you keep straight. And then you place this bolster in front of you, place the other leg on top of it. This way the pelvis is all straight, so there's no tension. You can place the hand which goes down on the mat in front of you, but see what happens if you place it behind you. Because if you place it behind you, then there is no tension on the shoulders. So there is no risk of waking up in the middle of the night if you use that pose for sleeping, because the shoulder doesn't feel comfortable. And once you're here, maybe you need to bring that leg a little bit away or up. Maybe you need another blanket under your belly, under your breast. So that also changes through pregnancy. So make sure that you're comfortable once you're here, and towards the end you can use your hand to push yourself back to sitting. So then you come up without using your belly muscles. Good. So make sure that you are comfortable, that you're relaxed, that you're warm. So using maybe socks or sweater, jumper, another blanket. And we're gonna do some breathing from hypnobirthing, also now calm breathing. I will guide you through it and then follow it with a short relaxation. So the calm breathing, which I want to share with you now, is focused on the long exhale. The long exhalation is known as our natural painkiller. We do it with counting, so we inhale to the count of 4 and then exhale to the count of 8, or anywhere between 6 and 8. I'm going to guide you today with 8, so if at any moment you feel like it's a bit too much, then just ignore my count. So don't hold your breath, because there's nothing calm about that, and do it on your own count. And it's a breath which you can use throughout your whole labor. You can also use it throughout the whole pregnancy. Also anytime you feel anxious, but if you have trouble sleeping, if you're fighting the infamous pregnancy insomnia. And it's something that, if you like, will stay with you for life. Because we feel anxious as parents as well. Yeah? Good. So wherever you are, now exhale fully. Then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now continuing on your own count for another 2 or 3 rounds of this breath. And if the counting is not something that works for you today or another day, you can always work with visualization. So when you exhale, think of blowing 10 candles in a row. Or think of a ribbon unfolding in front of you like a golden thread. Anything that helps you make this exhalation longer. Releasing and relaxing. Remembering that the long exhalation is our natural painkiller. Now taking a deep breath again. And slowly allow that breath to drift down through your entire body, bringing you comfort and relaxation. Once more, taking a deep breath. And let that breath flow down through your chest, your stomach, your legs, and all the way down to the soles of your feet. Now as you begin to feel the soft tingling of relaxation on the soles of your feet, you release in both mind and body. Return your awareness to your eyes and feel how comfortable it is to just rest and allow your eyes to remain gently closed. You become aware that it seems now that all the little muscles in and around your eyes are becoming more and more relaxed. And your eyelids seem to close so thoroughly. As your eyes close even more, all the little worry lines around your eyes and across your forehead begin to fade and disappear. As this same quality of relaxation drifts down and around your cheeks and your mouth and all the rest of your facial muscles, now release and become loose and limp. And you go deeper and deeper. As you bring yourself deeper into total comfort, allow all tension in your jaw to just melt down and away. Softly rest your tongue behind your front upper teeth now, and your lower jaw becomes comfortably relaxed. A wonderful sense of well-being settles into every muscle, every nerve, and every cell within your face, your jaw, and your neck. Your mind releases, and your body releases, and you go twice as deeply into relaxation. The relaxation now drifts in and around your shoulders, and you give yourself permission to allow your shoulders to sink into the frame of your body. As your shoulders go limp and loose, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, and your hands also become loose and limp. Your entire upper body now becomes perfectly relaxed, and you continue to go deeper. Release all tension from your chest now, from your heart, and from your stomach, and your breathing becomes rhythmic, slowing to just the right number of breaths per minute, the perfect resting level. These thoughts are reassuring as you give yourself permission to double your relaxation once more. Your body now is totally loose and limp, as though you are a marionette with all the strings released, totally loose, totally limp, and you go deeper and deeper still. Now allow your abdomen and your lower pelvic area to totally relax. Relax all the tension in your lower pelvis and abdomen, and let it all melt down past your legs and your feet, down into the ground, just the way the soft spring rain melts into the earth. In this perfectly relaxed state, to assist you as you move even deeper into relaxation, picture a magnificent rainbow, with each of the colors vibrating in harmony with the life energy within your body. Allow your body now to absorb, as though it were a magnet, all of the wonderful energy of the rainbow. Let the soft mist of each of the colors of the rainbow permeate your entire body, bringing you confidence and assurance, drawing away all tension, leaving you calm and at peace. And you go deeper and deeper still. So you can decide to change this Shavasana into a little nap. And if you can, then ignore everything I'm going to say next. If you need to go back to anything that you have planned after this class, then start deepening your breath, moving your toes, your fingers. Maybe give yourself a nice stretch with your hands behind your head. Then inhale deep through your nose and exhale loud through your mouth. And again, inhale deep and exhale loud. If you're on your side, then stay there a little. If you're on your back, then being mindful of all the props that you may have around you, bring yourself to your side first. Staying there for another breath or two. And then whenever you're ready, bring yourself back to sitting. So you come up without using your belly muscles. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to use this class anytime you feel like a little bit of a flow, or maybe just fast forward to breathing and just do the relaxation. So use it as you wish. And if you have any questions today or any other day, just reach out to us. Thank you so much. Okay, let's do it again.